right, so Tatum joined some elite company with his 54-piece on Sunday. He tied our friend Tracy McGrady for the fourth most 50-point games before turning 25. The only players ahead of him, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Kobe Bryant. Here's Kyrie Irving.
I think it's going to be like that. Well, I know it's going to be like that for the rest of my career coming in here. So, it's like the scoring girlfriend, just wants an explanation on why I left, but still hoping for, a text back. And I'm just like, yeah, it's fun while it lasted.
I honestly don't know what's better, Kyrie's glasses or Nikola Jokic's coat that we saw earlier. But the Nets, they may not be in full free fall, but they're at least approaching maybe a terminal velocity here, while Jason Tatum and the Celtics, they continue their upward trajectory. So, Richard, I want to start with you here. Which trend is more noteworthy here? The Nets going like this or the Celtics going like that?
Well, I think the Celtics going up is more noteworthy, and it's mainly because, you have a first-year head coach. You're dealing with trying to figure out how to get these guys fully locked in. There was so much trade conversation, not off to a great start, but they are playing their best basketball when their best basketball is needed. Their defense has gone to another level. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are quieting any questions that could possibly be out there. So for me, that is the bigger story, because now we're going to see this Boston team that we've seen for the last 4, 5, 6 years, basically since Jason Tatum, try and make a run to the conference finals, possibly even further. But they are starting to put it together.
And as Brett Brown said, right, it's all about how the plane lands on April 10th, and it feels like Boston is landing the plane at the right time. But it also feels like Brooklyn is just not getting it together.
Well, how long have we been saying, wait till Kevin Durant gets back?
You know how I feel about this.
Wait till Kevin Durant gets back, then we'll see. He's been great.
He's been individually excellent.
But it hasn't mattered as much in terms of their success so far. I'm with Richard, though, in terms of, I think it's the Celtics in their upward trajectory. They are a scary team. And when you talk about their defense, we didn't show a lot of defensive highlights for the Celtics, okay?
Oh, they were
but
everywhere.
Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, they're raising their hands to guard Kevin Durant, too. And when you have your two best players who are that willing defensively, on a night when Jason Tatum's going for 54, like for him to go and also be a two-way player, that's why that defense is singing, because you have your two best players buying in on that side of the court.
I will say this about Brooklyn, and I know we talked about Kevin Durant, and his numbers have been outstanding.
Yep.
You can see what they are missing right now. What were they missing? They were probably missing a pretty versatile defender.
Yep.
Now, we don't know when Ben Simmons, and we've been talking about him all year long. But if you put that man on that floor, there might be 4 to 6 points that come off Jason Tatum's, point total, because he is one of the best defenders and has been since he arrived in this league. So when you look at, if they can get KD to do this 35 and what he normally is, if they can get Kyrie to do that, and if you can get, Ben Simmons, and I know we keep talking about all the ifs, but if you can get him on the floor and he can defend and slow that, that's when they become scary. But right now, there's still a hole missing. There's still a hole missing on their team, and it needs to be filled by the guy they just got.
Well, and talking to folks around the Eastern Conference, I do want to bring Big Perk into the conversation, but talking to folks around the Eastern Conference, there's this weird teams don't fear Brooklyn, but they don't want to face Brooklyn in an
That's called fear. That's called fear.
There's this weird sort of dichotomy that's going on there, but I'm looking at the number of games that Brooklyn has left to play, the number that in this moment that Kyrie Irving is still eligible to play in, and thinking about the fact that last year, Brooklyn didn't practice. When I was covering the team, Brooklyn did not practice because they wanted to rest their stars. And now they're saying, well, we need to use our practice time to gel. So they're working incredibly hard in practice, and they're having to play catch up on the court. What do you think is the bigger deal here, Perk, the Nets or the Celtics?
Well, I'm going to pull one of RJ's number, and I'm going to go with both for the simple fact that he said, to say that you played the game and you know that the Brooklyn Nets only have 17 games left in the regular season, we haven't seen Ben Simmons play since June. We don't know what to expect out of him. And for you to say that, he probably would have made a difference last night, if you said he probably would have made a difference last night, it's disturbing, because we don't know if he's in basketball shape. We don't know what his workload on his legs is going to be. Now, when we talk about the Boston Celtics, yes, their defense has been impressive. Robert Williams is a top 10 center in the NBA. But Jason Tatum, especially over this home stretch, when you look at who they played against, they went against the Atlanta Hawks. He won that matchup against Trae Young with the win. Then Ja Morant comes into town. Jason Tatum won that matchup against him with the dub. Then all of a sudden, KD comes into town. he wins that individual matchup with the dub. So when I'm looking at Jason Tatum, I tweeted this. He is starting to give me those Paul Pierce vibes. Protecting the garden, protecting his house. When other superstars come into Boston, he's saying, you're not going to show up in here and outperform me. And what the Celtics are doing right now, they're establishing a home court identity and they're establishing an atmosphere that when playoff comes around, you don't want to come into Boston. So I love what Jason Tatum is doing. I love what Ime Udoka is doing. Robert Williams, Grant Williams, all across the board. They got rid of the guys they didn't need. They picked up Derek White, and the Celtics are rolling.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
Dennis Schroeder.
I just wanted you to say it.
He
No
just wanted you
subliminals
to stay
here.
petty so you don't have to get petty.
Then say it. There's no subliminals here. Only direct shots, bro. Okay. Say
Keep that same energy when I get to the studio tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, whatever.
Oh,
it's a
my
buffet.
goodness.
We'll be
All
fine.
right. I need to start preparing for that right now.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.